2 days of the TXG tournament, and it has been such a banger. We're coming into day 3, and it's still gonna be heating up. Welcome to day 3 of the TXG Invitational. My name is TXG, and with me today is gonna be one of the most iconic play-by-play casters here in OCE. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Atlas.
Hello, hello. Although today I'm actually repping TJ Bruce. I'm laughing as TJ Bruce, good old friend from Wave OC. But either way, we're here for TXG's Valorant Circuit here today in the group stage for Group A. This is the upper final for this group. Win here and you qualify through. And we got two very recognizable teams from our region. Of course, Noob Esports going up against Troopers.
Yeah, both are pretty much well-established teams at this point, and we're gonna be seeing some familiar names, not so familiar names in there whatsoever. But either way, it's going to be still a banger of a game. We're gonna be heading in towards the map vetoes, and already gonna be seeing some very iconic maps here on our end. But on pretty much on your side, any standouts that you're rooting for here in this matchup?
Well, I mean, honestly, I gotta say, I gotta rep my boys, the Troopers squad. I think I'm kind of surprised looking at their most recent game. They took out Big T and friends, of course, led by Tasoy and Echo. Honestly, that's pretty crazy that they won 13-6, 13-5. I mean, that's quite the score lines up against some of the names they were against. But either way, they're moving forward, and I think we got to keep our eyes on Rai Rai, the duelist player, turned into a bit of a flex player these days, but he's still putting down numbers. So, well, I guess we'll wait and see. But up against them, Noob Esports, this is a squad that's been together for a decent amount of time as well. I believe, as many of the rosters do in OC, chopping and changing a little bit. But they've seen reasonable results as well here. But I think I definitely got to favor Troopers.
Yeah, again, Noob Esports does have the chemistry and the familiarity between each other's players' play styles. Troopers, however, is going to be probably in a much more trickier spot, but we'll have to wait and see in those in that end in there so far. But as I'm seeing at the players on the roster so far, we are going to be seeing some familiar names, particularly the ones that stand out to me is going to be Strain, one of the players for So Esports, and one for one particular player in there so far that I'm noticing is going to be Illumi. By the looks of things, any familiar faces that you're looking forward towards the side of Noob Esports?
Yeah, I mean, we shall wait and see. I believe we're just waiting for a couple of these players to get on in. But I mean, this one, I think we can assume it should be going at least a little close, maybe a 2-1 here. But yeah, I think it's going to be favoring recent form as well for these teams. I think should be certainly a very, very interesting one. So like I said, we should be getting in very, very soon. But Diggsy, I mean, it's big stakes on the line here. Of course, even if you do lose this one, you have that lower bracket to go into. But I'm sure getting straight on into playoffs would be a big relief for these teams, seeing that they won't have to play that high pressure game a little bit later on next week.
Yeah, and it's pretty much going to be a huge, like I guess, like a little bit of an advantage, or if not a huge one, for these players, right? Because you get to scope out. You got one day to at least scope out what your competition is going to be like, and we're going to be heading in towards map one now for the first for our first game, and it looks like we're going to be heading in towards Lotus. This is going to be the pick of New Esports.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing hopefully some of these agent picks coming through. I think this is one that everyone in OS is going to be very, very familiar with, but I think there's no surprises here, at least so far from the side of Troopers. The same comp they used up against Big T and Friends, where they won 13-5, so they'll be feeling pretty good about that. For Noob Esports, on the other hand, at least I don't know about recent times, at least in their last game against Rampage, they didn't have Lotus in the map pool, so maybe a little bit more of an unknown. And picking into the chamber should certainly make things interesting.
Yeah, going to be going towards map number 2 in there for split. And should things go to distance, we're going to be having a new map in our hands, which is going to be in a not so familiar territory in towards these OCE good and tried and true map picks. And it's going to be in towards Sunset, but heading in towards Lotus, we're going to be experiencing some really interesting team comps in here as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Viper, honestly, I think Troopers comp here is a very sort of stock standard. This is the old Fnatic comp, I'm pretty sure. On the other side of things, maybe a little bit more modern with the Neon still in gameplay. I mean, I'm really interested to see how the Neon chamber is going to match up against the more classic Vice Rays, but otherwise, seeing Fade, Viper, Omen, very, very standard stuff. But either way, we shall see. So we are getting straight on into the pistol.
Yeah, and already Troopers already setting up for a little bit of a skirmish. That probably is most likely towards Mound. In the meantime, rest of the squad is gonna be having a good Rubble A fight. Might be a little bit of a poke and prod situation going in. Power's gonna be coming in towards A side. One's gonna be detected. Oh, in the meantime, check out what's happening in towards mid side. Balbay is gonna be the first casualty for this round, making it a 4v5 straight away. And now, that's a good time for the rest of the squad, the Troopers, to just at least poke and prod more towards mound space. And we're already getting some good old skirmish. Another Prowler coming in through.
Yeah, and you're going to have to fall on back. And, well, for Troopers, now I wonder if they're going to reconsider try and help out Stream here, but he's just completely overwhelmed. Good trade to come in from Rai. But still going to be tuck and tail and running on into that B site. It's been left fully open, so they should at least be able to get this plant down. In a 4v3, B should be a pretty good site for them to try and hold in the post plant, although getting pressured a little bit. Oh no, ships in the night! Look at this over towards Mound. Surely Rai should see, he literally saw someone on the screen. Why is he turning around? What am I watching? This could be it. I mean, he triggered the wall. I mean, Rai should be more than a wall turning around. What am I seeing? I mean, what a chaotic round to start off with, but it's not over yet. Neek to try and go for the defuse, but swings out into 2. The first round will be going to Troopers.
What is an OCA game without the messiness, without the very interesting plays, very interesting inserts coming in through towards that side? But either way, Troopers gonna be the first one to take that pistol round. Be all that messy as it is, but mainly still gonna be some good damage popping in through towards this anti-eco. Might have to at least pop in for another mound fight coming in through, and that is going to be Balbay already eliminated straight away from Mound. That's the 3 stack coming in towards C sites as well. We'll have to see if the scoped weapon finds one on towards that side. Ixie is going to be in a very huge danger if they try to poke and prod here. By the looks of things,
anyone would
it's going to be the rotate.
I think this is very wise from Troopers, just to play nice and slowly here, not overcommit into any stacks. And you can see, even though the first blood goes down over towards Mound, not feeling any more pressure, Newbie Sports happy to rotate, gamble over towards the A site. I don't mind it from them. It does happen to be the incorrect read this time, but ultimately, I think this should be relatively smooth sailing for Troopers. They make their way onto the C site. Don't even need to invest too much utility, but just making sure either way. Not even investing a mound plant either. They're going to be happy to play on site, maybe go and farm some ecos. But Diggsy, I think this one should be, hopefully, without too much more chaos.
Hey, not really a huge fan on how clumped up Troopers is on towards this post plant, but we do have Nez on the outside. Probably to be the first contact here, or it's going to be Scourge. Han's coming in through. That's going to be the detection coming in, and that is going to be the door sliding in through.
Yeah, look, this one It's just a bit of eco farming. I think they'll be happy to get away with maybe 1 or 2 more kills, but it's not to beat. It's just the one gun that is lost for troopers, so it should be relatively good economy moving forward into the next round. I mean, look at this. They've got 2 Vandals, a Guardian, although it's like Octo reconsidering. And for the rest of them, I mean, Outlaw, Bulldog. And this is a very, very good bonus round by.
Well, round number 3 coming in through. Noob Esports have the bells and whistles now for this particular round. It's going to be down to Troopers and how everything matches up. A lot of utility coming in through towards that side, but Troopers knocking on this B side door here. Not fully committed yet, but a little bit of poking and prodding. That's going to be just presence known here. Fight's going to be coming in through most likely pretty soon. Rotate's going to be coming in towards a lot of spots in here, and that's what a shot there by Illumi towards Bao Bei.
Yeah, I mean, this is clinical so far, playing this default in a lovely fashion. Octo finds one lurking up towards B, and the kills just keep on falling the way of Troopers. Now going to be running down on towards the side. Oh, what is that swing from Illumi? I mean, he's just crouch swinging out. There's nothing that can be done. Just like that, this should be a bonus round conversion with very little in response.
Yeah, 5v1. Unless Wally pulls off a miracle here. It's going to have to be an ace, though. But by the looks of things, it's just going to be just picking up some angles. And again, Troopers already just hunting for space. Most likely going to be a pinch in there as well, with the amount of bodies that's just currently being cleared on towards 2 sites. Wally is going to be in a huge predicament here. Might have to risk the flawless here, coming in left and center, being in an iPad situation, and Illumi takes the triple kill.
Yeah, very solid work there from Troopers. Really dissecting the map nicely, isolating their 1v1s, and, well, for the side of Noob Esports, I think a lot of this is going to come down to about how he can play this chamber, get those early engagements. If he's being pushed back, and if Noob Esports can't secure any amount of control on their defense, then, I mean, it'll look like these rounds have. It'll just be Troopers picking them apart. They need some control. Now in this round, it looks like it's a rubble fight, although it's not fully invested by either team. More players actually stationed over towards Mound to start off this round, but it is an eco. Sheriff's in hand for the Noob Esports players to refresh the one-way. Troopers going to be heading elsewhere.
They do have Steel Garden available here and towards that side. Prowler's going to be detecting somebody, but Bao Bei still available and just being ready to be pushed on in the meantime. Nick is going to be in trouble here, but still no casualties. Rubble fight has just not been around at the moment. Bao Bei just in a good spot, but will they be able to find one? Oh, shot there by Nez. Once again, Bao Bei, first casualty of this round.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an eco. It would be nice if you could hit those shots, but let's be real here. You're up against the Vandals of these experienced players of Troopers. It's never going to be easy. Neek round from behind, but his position noted and completely surrounded. I don't think there's going to be too much more to come from this round. It's another flawless for Troopers, and they are looking clean and clinical right now.
Yeah, it's going to be down to this additional gun round that Noob Esports has come through. But Troopers does have that Steel Garden available this time. They were fortunate enough to not drop any guns to force any fights and towards that previous round. So again, this is definitely a must-win here for Noob Esports. If not, that timeout button is going to be looking very spicy towards that side. But with that being said and done, barriers down. It's going to be trades for trades. In the meantime, Bao Bei finally not going to be the first one down. Stream. It's going to be down for the count in this spot. And again, mid-fight here, just going to be just popping in left, right, and center here. Interesting 4v4.
Yeah, I mean, that was a interesting one. Take contact and then pop the Omen Blind and swing together. But, I mean, when you lose that first fight, that play looks a little bit more strange. It's the sort of thing that you'd love to run if you had a Killjoy on the team, have a turret watching instead of a player. Could have maybe amounted to a little bit more, but instead it's going to be Troopers evening out the numbers, pressuring a little bit over towards Bout, using the Vice util, but he's clearing so very deep, and he's found Rai as well. It's going to be crucial information to keep these players of Noob Esports over towards the B and C site. Smoking towards B main, and I mean, Illumi, there's no way he clears this corner. Yeah, it's taken down by Ixie, and this one now for Troopers looking a lot more difficult.
Yeah, only 20 seconds remaining. Now it's go time for the rest of the side of Troopers, albeit being a 2v4. Gonna have to get some isolated fights in here. It's gonna have to start with this 2v2 down towards C site. But now, I think it's just a little bit too late to start that fight here. It's becoming a 1-on-2 here.
I mean, Nez with some sharpshooting. It's just not enough. I mean, I'm surprised the players on the site let the plant go down. They definitely could have swung that, but either way, good for Noob Esports to finally stop that run of rounds from Troopers and finally get one on the board. But it's not a cheap one, and if we look at the buy, I think it might be a little stressed. You're seeing a lot of Region Shield, Light Shield, and side Troopers. I mean, Stream's got 9,000 credits. He's sitting pretty right here with tons in the bank account. Bout gonna be forced to try and hopefully play for an orb, maybe use his headhunter until he can secure that space, although it does look like he's just secured a buy from one of his teammates, so secure enough for now. Looks like we're going to be going for a bit more of a mound fight once again. Not much focus on rubble for either of these teams thus far. So it looks like Troopers this time does want to try and approach, but the one-way nets Noob Esports the first kill. Wally going to get on out of there happy with the 1-for-1 to start things off. But the 3-site maps, it's going to stretch the defense a little bit thinner when you're in this 4 versus 4. So we look to Troopers to see how they play this one, how they group together, where they choose to go. And it looks like A site might be that destination with Bao playing ahead of his trademark. I'm going to try and play for the contact, find that kill, and get on out to try and anchor the site. But he's gone out of his TP range. There's no way. There's no one watching for that. Strain goes down, and Bao gets away with a crucial pick.
Solid pick there towards Bao Bei. Now has access to a 2-to-force. In the meantime, Scourge going in for that trade. Still a 3v3. And this is going to be an A-side flood here.
Yeah, Wally denies the plant as well. This is falling apart for Troopers, but Octo pushed up towards stairs. He should be holding for Ixie, but the kill's still secured. It's left all down to Right, 2 versus 2. And only 20 seconds left on the clock. Does he clear the corner? He sees the gun barrel. Easy first, looking for the second. He spotted Wally. A great opportunity there for the 1 versus 1, but Wally, a quick little sidestep movement, netting him the kill, saving his life there. 2-to-4 now as it comes down to the wire again for Noob Esports. It's punishing, but they get it done.
Good damage there for the side of Troopers at least. Now everyone's just being very wary. Bao Bei does have 2-to-force in tow. In the meantime, Rai has an op on the zone, so it's going to be scope weapons galore here towards this side. A lot of ultimates available for the side of Troopers as well, so attack side, it's going to be a very huge utility combo here. Rai. Alrighty, the first one to take down Natsuki. Making it a 5v4 straight away. 1 minute 30 remaining on the clock. Bao Bei. Tour de force already popping in through. Just this mound fight coming in left, right, and center, and it's about to be a bloodbath here.
Yeah, it's a unfortunate shot there, just going straight between them for Bao, and Rai has punished another one. Ollie trying to get pushed out in towards A, but it's just an overstep there. I mean, I get it's a 4v5, you want to try and even things out, make a play, but against the operator there is a bit unwise. B fight goes down as well. It's another 1-for-1, but I think Troop is going to be Very, very happy about this round. They've got 4 ults still in the pocket and should be an open B site. Just have to deal with that trademark, and they should be getting in for free. Nothing else nearby. No other players to try and deny this one. Although Bal has arrived from above, but Illumi with a quick little flick of the wrist takes him down. So it's all left to Neek. His position completely known. And Diggsy, I mean, 11 HP. I think he's going to go for a save here. I don't think it would be too wise to try and go for this one.
No hero plays today, that's for sure. Neek and Baobei, whereas it had a good positions there. It's most likely going to be a huge 2v4 pinch if they manage to get the timing, but I guess one was just further than the other and towards those peaks, and they never get to get that pinch, at least not be able to get those damage numbers in there as well. And in the meantime, the attacker's currently just looking for Neek and probably get some eliminations going, but not going to be found. Still, Troopers making it a 5-2 here on the lead. Still have a plethora of ultimates available in their arsenal. Straying one away from that Viper's Pit as well. In the meantime, Natsuki already has that overdrive. Popping in for that defense could be a possibility to pop through for a post-plant scenario, with Neek also one away from their own Viper's Pit as well. So it's gonna be a tricky scenario here. 5-stack on towards this Rubble fight. It is going to be a bloodbath here for Baobei if they're not careful.
Yeah, as soon as this wall drops, yeah, it's a firing squad on the other side of things. Strain takes the kill. That's going to give them a Viper's Pit for the post-plant. Nightfall will go across the site, not tagging anyone, so they should know no one is home. And get this plant down securely. Head into a Viper's Pit post-plant if they so desire. But right now, they're happy to just push on forward, play contact here. Bit of a phantom moment on towards Neek. Drop left on 10 HP. How does the rest of Troopers try and hold on to this now? Strain tucked in the corner. Oh, it's messy, but he does secure the kill. Blink and you miss it. I mean, everyone just winning their 1v1s there. Scoreboard painted in red. Troopers find a 6th.
Oh, my heart almost sank in there for Stream.
Yeah.
It's the trailing of the bullets that just eventually finds Wally's body, but it felt like light years, or it felt like years and generations before it got to there. But again, eventually got that spot. 2-6 now. Troopers still have 4 ultimates available in their arsenal here. It's going to be triggering another mound fight. Could be a bloodbath with the 3-stack coming in through for the side of Noob Esports. 3v5 essentially. And it is one for the ages here.
I mean, overdrive netting them so much. Just a lovely play between Wally and Kaden there. Flank from behind as well. Takes down Rai, and it's a thrifty round for Noob Esports, only losing the 1 player. What a way to dissect that mound push. Lovely little trap play. Paranoia connected onto absolutely everyone. And not only that, they draw out some of those crucial ultimates as well.
Oof. Indeed. Now Troopers going from 4 ultimates, now just down to 2. From the shadows available for Scourge, and Stream still has the Viper's Pit. A good pulse plant scenario might be the protocol here. Wally one away from the shadows as well. But in the meantime, mid side is going to be the one that's stacked by defense here for Noob Esports. Paranoia coming in through.
Oh, finally another trap play going the way of Noob Esports, and this is what we need to see from them. This is the plays that end up working out the best, and I believe Rai did spot Bal there, but I mean, he's stuck in a 1v3 and only an operator to try and hold on to this one. Prowler to draw out the shots, and, well, it's an easy mop-up there. So, Noob Esports looking a little bit better here. Taking another round on the board.
Yeah, it's just as barriers go down, Noob Esports just put in the gas, foot in the pedal in there, and manages to just get Natsuki on board. Paranoia and the overdrive combos, just easy trap play in there for Noob Esports. Finally, 2-round streak in their sides. Win their sails in here too. But I believe it's going to be another Rumble fight in here, but it's going to be Stream. Going to be on the lookout for that side. It's a 1-3-1 split here for the side of Troopers. Still a bit more slow paced compared to the past 2 rounds in there as well, with 2 trap plays coming in through, but by the looks of things, Neek is going to be the first contact here. Going to be delivering some information that Troopers might be knocking on the door towards C-Site.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. They've already managed to draw out Snakebite as well, just by opening the door. I mean, Neek didn't even see anyone, but certainly pressure felt. Noob Esports very worried about that mountain troll. They didn't have any traps set up this round. Instead, their setup was far more focused in towards Rubble, towards A. It's going to be a B-side execute to come in now. C's not going to connect, and Lumi wants to go exploring in towards Heaven. Viper's Pit placed down for the post plant is now Nightfall sent on through, but Lumi catches the timing, takes down XC before he can pull his gun out. Now how do you play this post plant? Nick's gone down to the lurk. Right, finally making his strike known. And I mean, at this point, what do you do against this? You have to save the op, I think. It's a 5v3 against a pit. You've got no space, no control, but they've taken out Stream. The pit will go down. But now the firing squad revealed. There's nothing they can do. Noob Esports stalled again. As the advantage secured for Troopers now. 7-4.
Oh, the horror for Wally there. As Viper's Pit just goes down and you sink it, and you're just greeted by 3 men. Just looking at your direction and just screaming happy birthday with bullets. And that is not a sight to see if you're the lone player of Noob Esports and towards that side. But again, Troopers still being able to just come in round after round here for this attack side. By the looks of things, it's going to be another Rumble fight in here. 3v3 on towards this A-stack site. And Lumi going to get that first shot on towards Baobei.
Yeah, again, like I said, Bao gonna be very much the leader here for Noob Esports. As I say that, it's actually Caden off the back of that paranoia, working so well with Wally. Again, not getting the first blood for Bao. Gonna hurt them in the long run. The more they play this comp, the more this game goes on. Looks like they want to regroup in towards Ryrate. Will they clear Neek though? I mean, that's a full clear if I've ever seen one, fully pre-aiming that corner. I mean, Ryrate aware as ever. And I believe he plays Viper sometimes himself, so more than aware of how they might want to play that out. Ixie finding 2 though, in through Waterfall. No smokes available from Arcto to cover that angle. Now he's left in a 1 versus 2, creeping on forward. Player's not looking his way though, and he lines them up with the Vandal. What a play from Arcto. Just when Noob were double thinking, which way is he going? Oh, that's such an unfortunate timing.
No one was expecting that push in there from the Omen, and just the timing was just perfect. The moment you peek, you'd love to see 2 players, 2 agents looking at the opposite direction, bullets to the back of the head, and now it is going to be another one for the side of Troopers. They go into the next half in an 8-4, 4-round advantage here, but now it's the switch. Now it's going to be Noob Esports with the Neon on the lead here for this attack half. Where are they going to be pushing? By the looks of things, it's going to be a 3v3 bloodbath and towards Mound Side and towards C. We'll have to wait and see. Prowl is going to be the start.
Yeah, I mean, this has been the focus for both teams in this game. Playing in towards Mound very often. Everyone blinded up by paranoias, but the first kill comes through for the side of Noob Esports. 4 versus 3. They're the ones that have come out on top in this fight. Hukdo left alone on the C site. Low HP. Only a classic to use as well. He's just going to have to hope that these players choose to rotate into the waiting arms of Illumi, pushing out of B, but instead it's contact made again over towards the C site, but help has arrived. How do they play this one out? I mean, he's so low, Octo, just a nuisance. You just can't kill him, and now Illumi look towards the flank. He finds Neek, and suddenly it's so much more doable for Troopers, but the HP not on their side either, settling into a 2 versus 2. Are they going to go to B? We're all the way through to A. Looks like it's going to be rotating fully through towards that A site, but it looks like Troopers also have the read.
Yeah, again, it's going to be a huge chase here. But look at the HP bars of Troopers at the moment.
Spike planted.
One sneeze and one of them is already dead, literally. But again, Noob Esports has a good cross going in towards the left side, or the right side of the site.
They have separated for just a moment, and again Octo swings out when no one's looking his direction. And just like that, Troopers, oh, it's a devastating blow to Noob Esports. And again, it's Octo finishing off the first half and then doing the exact same thing now that the sides have swapped. And Dixie, I mean, do you have any hope left for Noob Esports after saying that one?
Again, if there is the chemistry that is coming in through for both of these teams, it's going to be the side of Noob Esports with that, but with the amount of experience that they got. But Troopers, my oh my, they are playing this to the T, and it's starting off well with the pistol. Once again, they have yet to lose a pistol in this game. 2 for 2 on that. But Anti-Eco coming in through, but first shot accuracy not going to be there towards the long way of a site. No robo fight just yet, but Mount is fully stacked here, Atlas. It's just going to be first contact scenario here for Strain. Once that smoke disappears, Bao Bei poking and prodding.
They got both Vice and Viper here. If anyone's going to hold on to it, it's these two players, Stream and Rai. First contact made, Neon sliding forward, but the Guardian doing more than enough damage. Has to swap over to the Classic to try and hunt down this last player, but Stream, there's more than enough. 2 kills with the Guardian and 2 with the Classic, and Troopers are just locking this one down. No hope at all for Noob Esports, and double digits for Troopers.
Perfect flood, perfect setup, thwarted by just aim. Strain with the quad, being backed up by Rai as well. You called it. If it is going to be Seaside that's available for the taking, it is going to be Vice, and it's going to be the Viper. What an anti-eco round in here for Troopers. Bonus round coming in through. Noob Esports fully kitted out. Are they going to be heading it? But Bao Bei says yes, and that is going to be a very, very nice win in their sails here for Noob Esports.
Yeah, but now this push out from Rubble being rewarded for now, settling into a 1 versus 1. But, I mean, look, Bao, he's the luck. He doesn't have the spike. A rifle's been upgraded for Nezak. I mean, he's not going to be able to win it this time. But my, what a bonus round here from Troopers. It's such an expensive one for Noob, and you can see the buys coming through. It's like a Judge going to be invested, Guardian as well, some Light Shield in the mix. I mean, this is now a must-win round, otherwise the economy is just going to be devastated for Noob Esports. But credit to them for pulling it together against the overwhelming force of Troopers pushing out a Rubble.
Oof. Speaking of must-win, they're going to have to go through Nez's, who's currently rocking and Odin at the moment. Pushing up the door, but starting to see one player coming in through. Is he going to be detected? That's going to be the fade. And the rest of the squad of Noob Esports now know that it is an Odin-failed site. Bullets galore coming through, but nothing going to be hitting for Illumi just yet. Ooh, scary sight.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of walls were thickened recently, but that one's still very much spammable. Nez going to fall on back, send out the Prowler in response. Still, Noob Esports not making any overcommitted moves just yet. They've still got Bout in towards B should they want to readjust. And that might be the play here going in through Link. Split on towards this B site. Where are the smokes? How do they get in through here? Through the two players waiting in heaven. They swing on out now, trading bullets, and Rai will find the first. Plant goes through, looking for a little bit more. Nade banked off the back wall, and again Rai comes out with another trade. Looking for even more, swinging through the smoke. Oh, the prediction! Rai on for the ace, and he's looking the right direction as well for just a moment, but gets taken down half onto the spike. But I think Octo's just gonna stick it through. Again, it's devastating for Noob Esports. It's too late on the snake bite. Octo again steals a round away.
2 rounds remaining, and Troopers is going to be taking map 1 for Lotus. Noob Esports, if now is going to be the time that you would want to pull a timeout, get everything together to get it back, now is definitely the time. But other than that, you said it so yourself, it was the round that Noob Esports needed to win. Now they're going to have to be dealing with such a messy bye.
I got a question. Like, Meek's got the rifle? Oh, okay, well, he does find the first kill. I was going to say, surely we get back to maybe a Neon or someone leading the charge, but Sneak goes down now. They're not going to be able to recover that rifle, and they're just going to be heading on towards the C site with a stinger. Caden sliding on in. Wally following up with the Shrouded Step as well. So now, Steel Garden gets sent in from Rai. Spam down to low HP, and Paranoia connecting as well. Try and just grab a little bit of extra time. Plant eventually going to go through, but I mean, no doubt about it, as the players get revealed, this one should be going the way of Troopers. Lovely retake. I mean, this is just looking like a well-oiled machine here for Troopers.
It's already showing that the lack of post-blind protocols here for Noob Esports. The amount of bodies that they have on site is not going to be enough if you're just only going to be playing angles. You got to push some things. It's like, you got to push waterfall. You got to push spawn or anything. Because right now, it's just giving free rounds, free kills, free ultimate orbs here for Troopers. Now it is going to be one heck of a gun round for them. 0 creds on 3 out of 5 for Noob Esports here. If this is going to be one hell of a streak to make it to overtime, it's going to start now. In the meantime, Noob Esports here going for a 1-3-1 split. Rest of Troopers 1-2-2, and the spam coming in through. Iggy's not going to be in here for this round.
I mean, what a read from Rai. I don't want to... coming out of nowhere. I'm not even sure if they made any sound cues or if that was just random spray. With a Vandal is definitely ambitious, but Rai gets rewarded, all to the woefulness of Noob Esports. They're not going to be feeling good about that one when they're already on the back foot. Now they regroup in towards Rubble, but there's 3 players here. Could be so very dangerous as Nez finds the first bit of info, just that little jiggle peek on the angle towards Rubble. So now the hit comes through Paranoia, sent across the site, but Illumi finds the first. Nez with a second as well. Paranoia sent on through Showstopper as well and towards stairs, but Wally will avoid it. Now from the shadow to get on out and bout. He's left with the spike though. I mean, there's no escape here. It's all Troopers bout. What can you do? This player's heading your way, and it's Octo to finish. 13-5. Troopers come out on top, dominant once again on Lotus.
13-5. If there is a map that OCE loves to frag on, it is definitely going to be Lotus, and Troopers definitely showing why they rule this map. Again, Rai 23-10 and towards that KDA, 337 on towards that ACS. Illumi just 10-11 away from making it a 300 on towards that ACS side in there as well. But again, it's just from the defensive side too. You got Strain getting that quad kill. It's just Every player here can just get the highlight reel, but when it looks at things, it's going to be right with that MVP.
Yeah, I mean, look, Rai just continuing on to have an absolutely incredible performance here. He has not had a single map so far here in Group A where he has not been at the top of the scoreboard. He has been looking very, very clean, whether it's playing the Vice or if he's playing Omen, doesn't really matter. He is sharp as ever. And I mean, honestly, this is a scary team right now. Troop is looking like potentially, I mean, more than likely the favorite coming out of Group A. And this is what I was saying early on is that as far as I'm concerned, this is the team to worry about that should be favored to win the series. Sure, you could maybe say they have a slightly easier group when you look over at Group B. You've got teams like Yijing and Bao's Little Buns, Trident
Oh,
Esports and Performative. I mean, those are all scary names as well. So maybe Troopers, you could argue, have a bit of an easier go of things here. But the fact that they are so clinical and dropping such a few amount of rounds, it's looking good here, Dixie.
yeah, with such an iconic name as Troopers, who have been in the open circuit for quite some time, especially going on a huge run in the beginning of the year till present day. Hey, you gotta commend them for sticking to the guns and being able to um, go in and prove why you are the one that would like to lead and leave your head up, head held high, and towards this Group A. As you mentioned before, Group B, it's looking like the group of death over there. So I'm glad that I guess troopers are just going to be just like going, and glad they got to dodge that and make a good run here for Group A. But in the meantime, that is going to be map number one here. Lotus goes towards the side of Troopers. We're going to be heading into split on towards map two. In the meantime, have a little break, and we'll see you on towards the next one.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to the TXG Invitationals, and we are heading into map 2 of our Group A winners match between Troopers and Noob Esports. I'm Void, joined by Diggsy. Unfortunately, Alice had to step away, but that is not going to stop the action. And what a statement we saw on Lotus. Troopers came out swinging and secured a dominant 13-5 victory to take the early lead in this best of 3. Diggsy, talk to me a little bit here. What went down on Lotus, and now the pressure shifts onto Split. What are they going to have to sort of carry onto it to sort of carry that momentum?
Yeah, again, I was about to say you have very lovely earrings, Atlas. Again, it was very nice to see on how Troopers played it out. They, um, I guess in the initial rounds of the game, everything just felt like a little bit slow from both teams. But once they get a good read on how everyone is playing, Troopers was just not letting it up. I guess I'm gonna have to call out the lack of aggressiveness that Noob Esports didn't have. The only time that they were able to just get decisive on a specific place were just the traps, where with the paranoia, with Natsuki being able to slide and get some really good kills on towards that overdrive. But apart from that, nothing has just been a standout to how Noob
Mm,
Esports played. But with hopefully with a very small map in the form of Split, with a map that has been around for quite some time now since its launch. Hopefully, Noob Esports will be able to bring it back and towards getting that aggression back with an like a fairly easy to read map.
mm.
Hopefully, they will be able to just get in there. Hopefully, take map 2, but. Troopers, they got the momentum on their side, with the way that
Yeah.
there were some questionable aims, but with the way that they're playing right now, confidence is going to be there for this squad. So can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, for Troopers, I feel like it's pretty simple for them to sort of carry on the momentum, is just win the map, right, and close out the series and just book your spot in the top of Group A. But here we go. Getting some agent select going in here. Map 2 is ready. The players are definitely locked in here. The classic Viper coming from Nick here as well on the other side of Noob Esports. It's looking pretty classic when it just comes to that Asian comp.
I kind of want to call out in there as well. I am already starting to get familiar with the double duelist comp inside in towards split, particularly on how teams play Waylay and Neon in there as well. So nothing says aggressive than both of these two agents combined. And with the way Natsuki played on towards that Lotus side, they might be able to bring back the fight that Troopers gave them on towards that map 1. In the meantime, Illumi's going to be back on their comfort pick and towards that raise. Um, not as aggressive as the primary secondary that Newbie Esports have in the Neon Waylay, but just as effective anyway. You do have the same supporting cast of agents in the Sky Viper and the Omen in there as well. But with 22 seconds remaining on the clock, time to just get those set plays in. And by the looks of things, it's gonna be a very heavy A stack on towards that defense. And with the attackers following suit as well, it's gonna look like a bloodbath here, Void.
No, absolutely. And definitely, they're going to have a lot cut out for them to sort of be able to defend this. But I mean, we do have a few lurks here and there. Still, it looks like they're absolutely quite prepared. They have quite a bit of a stack towards A here. Then definitely wanted to fight it as well. And he does get the opening first blood, but Natsuki trading at another. And it's still 2 on the other side for Troopers here. And they're just still blood for blood. They're not letting it up at all. It still flashes out. And unfortunately here, it's not looking too good here for the side of Noob Esports. It's all left up to Nick. Unfortunately, he does get one, but a bit of a late lurk and position is going to be compromised, and is a one-shot to Nez there, and Troopers, as expected, do carry that momentum from that previous map here on to the first pistol round, Diggsy.
Unfortunate for the first casualty there for Arcto. was able to find Neek, but was not able to get that first win towards that pistol round. And by the looks of things, Troopers very confident in their spots here. They want to buy up. It is Phantoms and Vandals galore. By the looks of things, though, nope. Arcto gonna be opting for that Guardian instead. 1-3-1 split from the attackers. Mid fight's gonna be ensuing, but Nez gonna be clearing up that mid side. Vents is definitely clear.
Yeah, look
So
where
now-
Noob is though. Completely
Yeah.
just stacked on to this A side. I mean, they've gambled correctly once again, but Troopers do have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, Wally is gonna be the first to contact here to probably just find where these steps are coming from. Just making some noise. And getting out of dodge in there, but Igzy is gonna be the first contact.
And there we go, a nice opening blood there from Ixie, just taking Nez out. But it looks like they're still more than happy to still commit over to this A site here. But look at where Neek is. All the way into flank here, lurking up to mid. I mean, this is a lot of space, a lot of information.
Yeah, Troopers gonna have to be eyes open here.
Oh my goodness, and here we go. Ixie takes out the Waylay. Arcto says goodbye to Illumi as well. It's still fight for fight frame! Oh my goodness! And Odin is running them down. Oh my days, it's all just left up to Caden here.
It's
Sick.
12 seconds remaining. Time's gonna be running out.
Yeah, and
Full
there
on
we go
go.
though. Found. Rai with a nice shot there. This is just looking really rough. I mean, it looked like, honestly, Noob, we're absolutely in the lead here, but Stream with that Odin. He's gonna get caught out though, but unfortunately there, Rai comes in for the rescue.
Not an interesting cross set up by the two Troopers members in their stream. Huge on that triple kill with an Odin, no less. That is what we're going to be calling in the business a tilter, ladies and gentlemen. And it is one heck of an anti-eco, mind you, for the side of Troopers. They are going to be getting an interesting arsenal of weapons, though. We have an Odin and a Vandal with coupled up with two sheriffs and a Bucky, care of Illumi. And by the looks of things, it is going to be a 4-1 split here and towards this B side. Flood coming in through towards the attackers. It's going to start with that dog.
Yeah, Wally absolutely getting caught out by that dog as well. Octo just running away, tail between his legs, trying to get back to his team. Unfortunately, there Wally isn't able to be just as lucky as Illumi does, bucking him right in the face. Stream fights a little more than he can chew and is taken out by Niki. And Balbe does get a nice shot onto Illumi there. Still, it's a 4v2 here. Troopers do have their work cut out for them, but there we go. Nez with the Odin Ixie. A nice trade in return though, a 1v2. I was gonna say it looks somewhat doable, but oh my goodness. Arcto clearly having a little bit of fun there as he secures their first round for the side of Noob Esports. They're still in it to win it here.
Yeah, can't really blame them either. It is just still a good damage from the side of Troopers with the arsenal of weapons that they got. Still managing to get like 3 from New Esports, but again, it's just the way that they played the post plant there. And you want to push on towards spawn, but without backup, it is going to be very tricky. Instead of being just that one lone player, you might want to just push it in as a team, but attackers gonna be pushing in. 1-4 stack. Paranoia is gonna be inbound. Care of Rai.
Yeah, Rai who does get caught out there, but Ixie gets 2 on Lumi. And there we go, it's just looking too easy here. Ixie gets another! Not quite being able to land the 4th as Nez does finally put an end to that massacre, but it's a 3v2. Still very winnable for either side. I mean, both sides do have the guns online here. From the shadows, getting a nice repositioning here, and Seekers coming out here as well. I mean, quite a few ults committed here into this 4th round. Nez gets a nice plant down. And the rest of Noob here, all funneled up into ramp, trying to get a little bit more space. Yeah, we're wrapping around here, Dixie, up to flank.
Yeah, a 3-man ramp flank. It's going to be something that the rest of the troopers is not expecting. Nez going to be taking a lot of shots coming in, and that's going to be the blind coming in through as well. Bao Bei finding one towards Nez, and that is going to be the rest of the squad in there too. Rai is going to be the last one. Solid 3vx there.
Absolutely.
Esports.
No, they just didn't care about Meek's snakebite there. They just sort of disrespected it, and I mean, they bit the dust there, so maybe that wasn't the smartest idea.
Yeah, they did have some really good spots in there too. I particularly liked the From the Shadows and Seekers combo. They managed to get some good positioning going in for the side of troopers, but Noob Esports was just ready for it. They want to just retake the site as a team, as a 3-stack, and it performed very effective for them. Possibly a better positioning by troopers for that 2-stack in there, for that post plant could have come in through.
Oh my god.
Right now, it's just going to be a full-on rush here towards this A side. Free real estate in there for troopers.
Yeah, it's just Ixie here, and he's definitely going to let his team know that some rock is being made here. Illumi extending a little bit too far and gets taken out, and here we go. Arcto does find himself in a similar position, does get taken out there as well. Convergent path, and oh my goodness, we have ult for ults here. It's just an absolute massacre, and in the end, troopers find themselves on the numbers disadvantage. Stream makes it one step easier though, taking one more out. Viper's Pit! He puts it down! Stream gets 4! It's just beautiful. It's amazingly done, and Rai there as well, keeping his back, watching it for him. It's just beautifully done, Dixie.
Yeah, just as you think it was gonna go down south. 2 players of troopers down, but it is not down for the count. Indeed, Strahm gets that quad. Final kill going towards troopers as well, making it a 3-2 here for their side. Noob Esports gonna be rocking with an interesting buy here. Gonna be down to a Bulldog and a Judge for Nick and Igzy. In the meantime, full sprint coming in through towards that mid side. Arcto finding Nick straight away. 5v4.
Yeah, very good start here coming from troopers, and honestly, they're just one step ahead. I mean, we saw it from that last round as well. We had that Viper's Pit being disabled a little bit early and catching Noob Esports off guard. So if they have any more tricks like that up their sleeve, Diggsy, I'm afraid Noob might have a lot cut out for them.
Yeah. Team fighting going to be coming in through here. Igzy does find one.
Here we go, unfortunately there for Kane, and he's going to be caught out. That relay bolt not helping him, and Ixie finding a similar fate there as well, but Bao Bei going to be Arcto. Oh my goodness! It's beautifully done for Illumi. Mid-jump. Unfortunate there. On the other side, Bao Bei hits another one through the smoke, Dixie. We need to check his PC. What is going on here? Nez, unfortunately, meets a very, very similar fate. Hopefully we learn. Oh my goodness, we have a conversion pass coming out here. We do have Arcto trying to scout a little bit. Bao Bei does get a little bit of that information here as well for Wally. We do know both of these players are on this side, but we don't know where this Omen here is. Still Rai gonna reveal his position soon. He's gonna be shut down, and there's no time left remaining for the side of Noob Esports. They're just going to have to save, and it looks like troopers though. Arcto going for a little bit of a hunt here, trying to get a little bit of information, but instead of continuing this hunt, he's opting out instead, playing a little bit safe here.
Yeah, you gotta feel for how Bao Bei played that out in there for the side of troopers. It was just not enough time for Strain to just trade it out. Bao Bei was just very quick with it, but again, still, despite that, not going to be enough to stop and defuse the spike in there. still managed to make it a 2v2, but not enough time. Unfortunate turn of events here, but Noob Esports does
Oh,
have Viper Spit available, and they're going to be using it and towards this B site, conveniently where the stack is for Troopers. In the meantime,
yeah.
free real estate towards that mid site for the side of Noob
Oh,
Esports. Arto going to be finding one.
oh my goodness.
Firing range, aim labs galore. Noob Esports is down to 2.
It's just amazingly done here, but oh, Nick, not sure if that was the smartest idea there to disable that Viper's Pit, and that's gonna allow the rest of Troopers to basically have this free real estate on the side of B, but honestly, Noob did a pretty good job at trying to attempt at that trap there into mid, just based off Nick's distraction, but unfortunately, Troopers just aimed a little bit better and gets too much information, and there we go with that blinding light as well. Gets more information that no one is lurked up into mid. But Wally able to find 2 onto Illumi and Stream. It's all left up to 2 players here. Rai. Oh, the timing! Wally, can he get this ninja diffuse off? Watch out behind you, mate! As you're gonna get caught off guard. And there we go, Rai. Shot in the back of Wally's head. They're gonna extend their lead 5-2. I mean, still absolutely doable. Definitely a comeback still, in reach. But if they let Troopers keep running away here, Diggsy, it's gonna be pretty hard to come back from.
It's kind of hard to watch how Noob Esports just managed to just take mid and have to overcommit into just pushing on towards, literally slow pushing, like not even like fast pushing with like no shifts on, but they just had to push on towards sewers. And again, it's just the rest of the squad was just available for it. In the meantime, Natsuki does find Strain. Bit of a hope here for Noob Esports to get back on this map.
Yeah,
Currently
Troopers.
5-2 here.
Oh my goodness, we have Showstopper! It's shut down by Wally! And once again, Rai, Arto, they're gonna have their work cut out for them! But Rai able to shut that down. It's Nick coming out here, but he's shut down as well! Rai's just insane, but Nez still has his work cut out for him, and oh my goodness, we have a dog kill!
What? That can happen?
Yes!
Well, it's in the kill feed, so I guess it is confirmed. You can kill someone with the dog.
Wally, oh my goodness.
That's going to be an interesting one for the books there, but as it stands, Noob Esports finally getting that win streak shut down there for Troopers. But again, is it going to be a little bit too late? They played it very well in there.
It's just so beautifully done, Dixie. Like,
it is.
Wally being inserted there, catching that showstopper off guard. I mean, that was just an absolute domino effect. We saw it, and no matter what Troopers tried there, they were just shut down.
Mid-fight now going to be coming in through for the side of Troopers. Does get down, nicked down towards 73 HP. Still has to poke and prod. Snakebite coming in through. It is going to be a little bit of a mid-fight coming in. Stream,
you're in enemy territory! But it doesn't matter! Stream is just too good here, catching both Balmain and Caden, both the duelists being wiped out here. No more entries for the side of Noob Esports. And from the shadows out here as well, coming in from Rai. Do get a little bit of a repositioning, and yeah, Noob definitely going to be on guard here. Could be anywhere. He's gonna be on side of Nick. I feel is a little bit aware of this. Maybe not aware enough. Both of these players. Timings for timings. Finally, there we go. We have Rai catching Nick off guard, but that's definitely going to tell Noob Esports that they're gonna be there. Zixi gets a nice 2K with the Seekers coming online here as well, and there we go. Rai gets a little bit of damage done there. Not too much. Wally, you're walking right into him. You're going to be taken out, but Nixie is here to save the day. He gets another. He needs to ace clutch this, or it's going to be looking bad for the side of Noob Esports. 90 remaining. Time is ticking. Plan is down. Nixie, your position now revealed. What magic are you going to pull out of your sleeve here to be able to clutch up this one?
I think it's going to be the power of save here, but information coming in through. Arcto's going to be the first one to peek on towards that long side, followed by Nez.
I'm not sure. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if Troopers would let this save slide, but it looks like they're letting it happen. Mercy is showing you, Dixie.
Yeah, and why not? If there is someone that you want to save it up, it's just going to be down to the sky. But down to the scoreboards here, 13-6 in here for Igzy. Care of that A fight in there as well. Now, it's going to be one heck of a timeout being triggered here. This is going to be our first timeout of the series. It's going to be down to Noob Esports triggering that. And it is going to be one hell of a minute here to just recoup. In the meantime, Troopers is going to have a 3-round lead here for this map of Split. A lot of spaces that's being covered here by Noob Esports and towards that defense. And they're taking it perfectly, but unfortunately, just Troopers just very well aware and trying to just focus on their team fighting and being able to just check wherever they can. And free real estate and towards that A side, that A rush was just immaculate last round.
Absolutely, and they've definitely opted to slow things down, reset that conversation and sort of figure out how they're going to stop this Troopers side that's been, dictating the pace for most of this series so far. But whether it's in the mid-round calls, the side hits, or, sort of simply finding more value in these opening duels, something, has to change and has to change now, Diggsy. So let's see what adjustments that Noob Esports team have drawn up on the board. But, the question is whether or not this timeout can be the turning point, or will Troopers continue to tighten their grip on this series?
Yeah, I guess it's going to be down to how Noob Esports play this out. They wanted to stack up and towards a three man and towards that A line just in case, but Troopers opting in for a 4-man stack, leaving Rai behind just in case. But I feel an execute coming in through for this B side. It's going to be Wally facing the music here.
Absolutely, that one way definitely isn't going to help you when you have so much utility being done, but it doesn't matter. It looks like instead Trooper is going to opt to give this side up instead. I mean, they've lost a player here, so that's going to be a little bit rough for them. They've lost that. Another entry duelist there, but Ixie right here ready to receive and taking out Nez and Strange. Does he get another no? That's right. Oh my goodness, it's just looking insane. Caden does fall victim, but Nick able to get that trade online. It's looking rough. Right, going to be inserted into vents here and making a bunch of noise. Baobei going to be ready to find him on the zip line there, and oh my goodness, a little bit more enthusiasm here coming from the side of Noob Esports.
Oh yeah, showing the love indeed for the side of Noob Esports, and why won't you? Good call there on the towards the timeout in there, and the ultimate orbs is just showing it. Currently have power convergence coming in through for the side of Baobei. From the shadows available for Wally in there as well. Natsuki does have overdrive in there. It's going to be tricky for the side of Troopers on how you want to play it out. It's going to be another mid fight here. It's going to be a bloodbath too.
Yeah, and we have conversion pass on the other side there as well. Committed from Arcto, and that's not going to get anyone, but that is going to get a little bit more information. Yep, the Illumi is definitely going to catch Nick out there as well, but Nick is running back to Wally's arms. He's trying to get a little bit more help. Nez is going to be taken out. So is Stream. Oh my goodness. Rai as well. And another. They're falling like flies here, Diggsy. It's all left up to Arcto. And a whiff like that, not looking too good, but he does get one onto Caden, but the rest of the team is back here to trade it out. And suddenly we find ourselves with the gap closing. It's 5-6. Troop is still in the lead, but there we go. Fair enough. Comes in the timeout once again. So clearly whatever strategy that Noob Esports was cooking up during the previous timeout has absolutely started working.
Interesting call to pull a timeout in the last round and a half, but hey, I'm not a player. I'm not on the coach's side, and I'm glad I'm not, because they must be feeling the pressure here for the side of Troopers to actually just call it. They really want to just equalize it out, that they want to call a timeout to make it a 6-6 indeed. But again, Noob Esports played that very well. They tried to set up a trap play with a parallel convergence so that Natsuki and Igzy can just full on sprint and just execute on towards a main, but no one was there, and with that that just leaves mid and B coming in through, and with that skirmish coming in towards that mid side fight, and it was just very easy to deduce. It was just very easy to just pick. That's just straight bingo, and then Bob's your uncle in that round, coming in for that pinch. But now we're going to be in here for round number 12. We're going to be seeing on what Troopers cooked up here.
Yeah, no, for Noob Esports, they've done exactly what they need to do. Stay alive, stay competitive, and turn this into a real contest. And speaking of contests, whether or not Troopers is able to fight for this B space here is the question. It looks like Noob quite happy to sort of sit back here, hold this longer angle, and and that's the correct answer. There we go. There goes Arcto, shut down immediately. We're still peeking in. What are we doing? We're swinging right into this high-low angle. We've lost 3 on the side of Troopers. Valbe more than happy enough to dash right into this space, taking out another. There goes Rai. This is not good at all, Diggsy. It's all lift up the stream, and it was Ixie and Balbe just holding that tight angle there, holding that high-low, holding that long range. And once again, Stream follows suit with his other teammates and falls victim.
Switching sides.
What are we thinking here, Dixie?
Oh, Balbe and Igzy getting presents galore from the side of Troopers in there. You already know. You let your teammate peek in there once. Probably not the wisest decision to re-peek it again, but you know what? Why not? We ball. But unfortunately, Troopers had to pay for their HP in there. Now we're gonna be back to the pistols again in the side switch. And it's now gonna be Troopers on the driver's seat for the defense. And now it's going to be up to Noob Esports taking the pace and probably taking the rotates. It's going to start off with a bloodbath on towards B side. Not going to be running in just yet. But if Rai's not ready for it, might be...
Oh, that paranoia is crucial though. A nice perfect landing, good timing. Stream does get one, but here comes Kaden with a nice shot on to Rai. Oh my goodness, we're just what? Stream getting a 4K. Let's get it. Dixie, I have never seen a right-click classic do so much damage. Why doesn't my classic do that?
Get good, I guess, but still, again, you can nerf the shotguns, but I think Riot forgot one thing to nerf, and what a round there for Stream. Damn, 16 and 10. Care of that pistol. That is one heck of a statement for Troopers to win, and now it's gonna be the time for Noob Esports to dictate the pace one more time in here, but this time Octo gonna be taking down Balbe to start it off.
Oh, a nice start there, Stream. Still carrying that momentum from that ace clearly. Does take out Nick. The 5v2 now. It's nice and easy. We're at the other side. Takes out Kaden as well, so it's a 2v5. Wally and Ixie. Ixie left on 40 HP here, Dixie. It's not looking too easy for the side of Noob Esports.
Yeah, 5v2.
If only you had a gun in hand. Illumi, yeah, takes out Ixie, and yeah, there we go, making it nice and easy for the other side. And Rai able to get a nice shot there as well. So it's a 6-8 now. And Troopers clearly, whatever they were talking about in that timeout, I mean, they've switched things up. Honestly, it looks cleaner, it looks calmer, and whatever they're doing now is definitely working.
Oh yeah, and again, still was able to cook up something very spicy on towards those first 2 rounds. Now it's going to be down to the bonus. Still now on the driver's seat is going to be Noob Esports with with the heavy load of Arsenal in their favor. Illumi.
Illumi 316 still into that guiding light. Unfortunately there, Caden going to take advantage of that. Does take him out there as well. It's a 4v5 here, Diggsy. Still couldn't do anything. Could go anyone's way. Nez coming out here. You're swinging right into someone. Arcto, though, is here to also help, but it's a 3v2 here when it comes to the mid side. Nixie with the numbers. Taking Arcto out. Not looking too good. Strange here as well. Takes out Nick. It's a 4v3. Balbe. Slowly but surely. Coming out here. That's a very, very early paranoia here coming from Rai. That overdrive as well. Balbe inserted all the way into CT. Takes out Nez. Takes that overdrive out too. It's looking very, very good here. Can he keep it up? Yes, he can. He takes 60 out. But Wally able to get that trade. But that's going to buy just a little bit enough time for Strainy to make it a little bit more easy. It's a 1v2. Absolutely plausible.
With two players on the backside at the moment in there as well. Strain is going to have to clear a lot of spots in here.
Absolutely. And Snakebite is online here. I mean, a very, very good position here coming from Strain. Does get back. Oh, this could be a clutch, but does he know? Does he know? Turn around! Wally takes him out, tucked in just a little bit enough for Strain not to catch him out. Diggsy. This is hard to watch, man. If Strain only kept that angle a little bit tighter, a little bit longer, we might have seen a very, very different story.
I've said it time and time again. B-side is always the hardest side to retake, and that round can already tell you why. There's so many angles to clear, especially on a 1v1. Yes, Strain was able to find one, but with Wally just being silent, they did not know where they are at the moment. Just a lot of question marks to fill, but again, not going to be giving that round. Rai just gets out of dodge after that blind.
Illumi, sideline down, sideline locked onto Ixie. It's perfectly done. And still, he's running, he's repositioning, trying to get onto this A site here. Trying to get a little bit more information, but Nick is going to be caught out there by that Trailblazer. But look at where Noob Esports is. All the way up into mid here, but Troopers is going to be here as well. Watch out as this vents absolutely is filled with your enemies here. Nez. It's looking too good here, Diggsy. It's looking easy.
Huge.
It's looking like child's play.
Huge pinch on towards that mid side in there as well. Once you find the 3-stack, Arcto was just already ready and available to just go in for any swing that they can find. Two players being parked up towards that mid side too, but now it's just going to be down to Nick. It's going to be down to Wally in there as well.
Look at where Nick is positioned here. So far into the CT, and he catches Rai off guard, making it a little bit easy. Each of them just have to take out two. There's one. Nick has done his job. It's just Wally up here. Needs to take out 3 players. It's not going to be easy. But time is on his side. He does get one. It's a 1v2. This is a lot easier than it may look. TP out here. Catches. Goes off guard. It's all up to Nets. It's a 1v1. The spike is halved. It's time ticking. Nez gonna get caught out by Wally. It's beautifully done for the side of Noob Esports. A beautifully done clutch here, Diggsy. It's 8-8. We find ourselves even. I couldn't. That was all Nick and Wally there. Nick taking out 2, making it a lot easier on Wally there in a 1v3 situation. Even then, you needed to pull a miracle, and it happened.
Yeah, huge plays there by Nick. They knew that they had to fight something, and fight something they did. All the way to spawn, managed just to find one, and find one towards that heaven side in there as well. But it is going to be the full rush here towards a side.
Goodness, clearly Newbies was still definitely out for blood, playing very, very aggressive, and both teams do Get one taken from them. Oh my gosh, Stream! You're gonna get caught off guard there! Ixie, Neek, and Wally. Absolutely done. They make it look easy! Dixie! The tides have turned. They find themselves in the lead this time. 9-8. Honestly, it's just back and forth. It could really be either team's way here from here on out.
Yeah, the amount of space taking that Noob Esports have been doing in towards this attack has just been fruitful for this team. And now you can see it on the scoreboard too that it is going to be that 9-8 for a lot of the series. Noob Esports has just been trailing behind, but now they're now currently in the lead, so it's going to be tricky now for Troopers on how you want to save it up.
Yes, Stream. Ready to stop this push here onto mid. Trailblazer does catch him out there as well. But we've seen it before, Stream. An absolute monster here at holding his own. But does make a little bit of a smart idea! I was gonna say! He's gonna run from this overdrive, but no, he isn't. He's holding his ground. Takes it out too. But there we go. We're not being too overzealous here. Not too eager to still peek into the firing brigade.
So has a good position.
Yeah, very, very good. A little bit of an off angle here as well. Oh, my Ixie, you're so close yet so far. Oh my goodness, the crouch. Oh my, here to save the day, Ixie. Neither one can land the shot. It's Naz, does get one. Okay, here to save the day. Oh, if his teammate can't land it, he's going to land those shots to 3v2 now. Bill. Noob Esports holding up their own. They're up in numbers. Troopers at the disadvantage here now, but the spike is planted. Time is not on their side. It's going to be a Lumi here as well with the operator in hand. But a little bit of an awkward position as Baobei sneaking up. Timing of the sentry here just as a Lumi drops down. But if given enough time, Baobei is going to absolutely find the shot. He does onto a Lumi, but not before Lumi finds one onto a Wally. It's a 1v2. Nez, where are we looking? Oh my goodness, more enthusiasm coming from the other side. Baobei very, very happy with his performance, clearly. And now Noob Esports have found themselves at double digits here. It's 10-8.
Parallel convergence now available for that side in there too. So here's what we know about Troopers so far. They have 4 ultimates in their Arctel. 1 ultimate orb or 1 kill away to getting parallel convergence as well. So if this is the time where Troopers can get 1 round here, it's going to be down to this timeout, and it's going to be down to this, I guess, the ultimate barrage going towards one site at least. Maybe save 1 for the execute and 1 for the post plant, but okay, it's going to be down to how they will want to play it out. Currently, Strain 20-14 in the score line. Ixie, on the other hand, 20-11, 20-9 for the side of Baobei, who has just been playing their mind off and towards this Noob Esports squad. Wally also has some very good positionings in there. The amount of times that this controller was able to just pull off some sort of like positional advantage, positional miracle. It's just so nice to see on towards this casting desk. And again, now with this timeout coming in through for the side of Troopers, we'll have to see if it goes fruitful for them. It's a 3-stack on towards this B site. Spike's being perked up towards A side though, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, they had control of the pace early, but Noob definitely have started to find these answers, so they're going to be winning these key fights and putting pressure on Trooper's side that looked comfortable just a few rounds ago. So for Troopers here, this is where composure matters here, Dixie. They still have a little bit of a gap, but still very, very doable, but they're going to have to keep that mental high and the aim as well. Still very, very slow. Presence is shown here by Wally. But, I mean, both teams seem a little bit hesitant here. Wally left on 5 HP, Diggsy. That is going to make Noob Esports definitely run, gather up again, keep the numbers high to try and fight through this iron wall that Troopers have holding.
Yeah. A-line's just going to be secured here for the side of Troopers. But they now know where the rest of that squad is. It's going to be down to this Rams fight if Noob Esports Pushes the go button
Strain!
in there, and go button indeed. Strain finds one.
No, the conversion pass coming out here as well. Unfortunately, there, Rai going to be taken out there by Caden. It's looking too easy for the side of Noob Esports. I mean, they're just tearing this iron wall of the defense apart. But here comes Lumi taking Ixie out. It's a 2v2, even on both sides. Seekers coming out here as well, trying to get a little bit of a distraction. This Stinger is deadly. It's gonna. No, he's not gonna take a Wally there. It's just Illumi left here with the Vandal. That shrouded step almost catching him out, but unfortunately for Wally, Illumi being a little bit sharper, a little bit faster, turning right back around to take him out. It's a thrifty coming from the side of Troopers. That one is definitely going to hurt for the side of Noob Esports.
Yeah. Economy check in there too. It is going to be a messy type of arsenal in their side. Again, it's going to have to be shared economy here. And it is showing Wally just opting in for the regen shield. Arcto, on the other hand, is starting to look the same. Illumi looking very spicy there with that operator. This is a must-win for both teams, or their economy is shot. Viper's Pit available for Strain. Rai does has from the shadows. Parallel convergence for Bao Bei. And now Neek in there as well with that Viper's Pit for both sides. 2 available apiece. And here comes the go button.
Yeah, that conversion pass not quite landing on anybody, but that's going to absolutely give that ace light perfectly done dusted. We have that Viper's Pit coming out here from Nick. Whether or not the other side, Troopers, with their own Viper's Pit comes up and retaliation is a little bit hard on the side of defense since they weren't on the side of mid here. Illumi is going to get caught out here. A little bit of information done.
There.
But not quite enough. Bao Bei tucked into this corner here. Very, very exposed. Still, no one has fallen yet. Wally, you're playing with fire. Bao Bei takes out Nez. Here we go. The action is coming. Ixie taken out as well. Bao Bei absolutely tanking that paint shell all over, spamming into the smoke. Illumi takes out 2. It's looking insane. Here we go again. What is going on? Nick takes out 1, takes out 2. He takes out 4. It's a clutch. It's perfectly done.
Not gonna be enough time for that defuse. Nick, they're gonna lose their life in there too, but it is gonna be a round going in towards the side of Noob Esports. Again, it was just down to Nick with that. Just stepping out of that Viper's Pit and going in for that spam, coming in through for the defense. It's just everything just fell apart there for the side of Troopers just when they think they got it.
Oh my goodness. That's just beautifully done. I mean, both teams have shown their absolute resilience. Seek is definitely revealing Illumi here in this Viper's Pit. But still holding his own with those paint shells. Very, very slow here. Nick, oh my god, caught out there. Shots right to his back. Arcto being an absolute rat here. Definitely going to join his team on the other side though. Bao Bei does have a shotgun of his own as well, so maybe they will get a taste of their own medicine here.
B side's gonna be in danger though. It's gonna be down to Illumi with the Sheriff. We'll have to see if the aim matches the gun buddy. Go button coming in through for Noob Esports.
Oh, there we go. Arcto takes out Bao Bei. Strain falls victim as well. Ixie able to get 2 before being traded out. It's a 2v3 here. A 2v2, a 2v1. Suddenly Noob Esports find themselves in the numbers advantage. It's all left up to Rai here. He does have a proper rifle in hand, but it's a 1v2. A good gun can only do so much, and he's caught out there by that from the shadows. Wally gotta be stuck in default. He TPing out right back into safety. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here, Diggsy. It's one of this again. Tucked in. Oh my goodness. It's slow and steady. Dark cover here. Trying to disorientate his enemies.
Wait.
But how much can he do? Timing of the century! Wally takes him out. Both teams there just walking right into that smoke, saying hello. Unfortunately, their troopers, they're going to find themselves at the short end of the stick here when it comes to that match point.
Wow. I did say that it's just going to be coming down to the knowledge that you would know about this map. And again, Noob Esports playing it to the T. And Troopers just had to at least get it together in towards this defensive half. The risking of the stacks and towards each side, they can't seem to get any reads going on because Noob Esports just managing to switch everything out when they needed to.
That's for sure. Still, very, very slow here. I mean, it's gonna be troopers. They're gonna be afraid. It's all on the line here, Dixie. Very, very slow. But I'm definitely smelling a little bit of action coming here very, very soon. Is that dark cover gonna fade as well? Another one comes out to replace it. A little bit more of information. Nez gonna be in the right position at the right time. Troopers taking a 2, taking a 3, but it's still another one. Right, able to hold up his own, taking a 3 by himself. It's a 3v1, all left up to Nick once again. But we've seen it before, an absolute monster. Can take out many, many enemies on his own.
Yeah, they do know where he is currently at, though. But
30 seconds left.
being able to just find some space to just go in and just take every inch of the map step by step at least. You have 20 seconds remaining on the clock, however, so it's either a save or not a commit. And by the looks of things, smart decision here by Neek.
10 seconds left.
Still, we can smell the hesitation here as well when it comes to the side of troopers. They're playing it safe, splitting apart here, but they're gonna know here just to play a little bit safe, not going to hunt, just saving their guns online.
Yeah, but still, match point in here for the side of Noob Esports, just one away to taking the map as split.
Anyone needs
And in the meantime, Troopers still has some fight left in them, indeed. Still, checking on the scoreboard, 21-17 for Strahm, 18-17 for Rai. Not too far ahead, but in the meantime, 20 bombs coming along to the side of Bao Bei and Igzy, 24-15 for Igzy. Bao Bei, 22-13. A-line's going to be detected. That is going to be Nick taking a flash in the face. But in the meantime, Stack is currently parked up towards B side.
Oh, it's still slow. Illumi able to get out with his life still alive. You can smell the hesitation from both sides of the team here. Noob, very, very happy to just wait here. See if Troopers extend a little bit too far. And Showstopper coming out. This is protection. Illumi takes out 2. There it comes Octo and Rai as well to save the day. Once again, Nick finds himself in a clutch position. But this one isn't going to be quite as simple. It's a 1v5. Dixie, I mean, Noob definitely are in the lead, but Troopers definitely still kicking very, very hard, not letting this go as easy as Noob might want it to.
Yeah, playing it very well with the ultimates that they have as well. You still have converging paths available for Arcto and towards this side. So that is definitely going to carry over on towards this round. But 30 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be a tall task for Nick here to at least perform a miracle in a 1v5 to take the final map point.
Oh, Nick. Hunters already in there. Is going to be caught off guard there.
10 seconds left.
But he's going to have revealed his spot. He wants to save this gun. He wants to keep it online. And he takes out another. It's a 1v3. Oh, wait, hold on, boys. Maybe we don't want to keep feeding this guy 1v1 situations like this. Oh, there he is. He found the Illumi. Spraying a little bit there into that toxic screen. Finds a little bit of luck. And finds Nick as well. It's 12-11, Diggsy. It could really go either way here.
Can I get a drop?
It's a bit of a lucky spray in there as well. They just know where Nick's position was and just started just going for a gamble in here. But again, Troopers does have one more round to take this to overtime if they would want to. But Noob Esports still on match point. Win this and they take map 2. Split is going to be theirs. It's going to start off with a scout coming in through towards this B side. It looks like it's free real estate, but flash full in the face
Oh.
currently for the side of Bao Bei.
Bao Bei flashed by his own teammate. Classic. Do we see another? Not quite. He's safe from that flash this time. Wally, though, look at him. He's locked up all into mid here, finding Strain, but ooh, a little bit shaky there. Strain going to take advantage of that, takes Wally out. Noob, you really want to hit the home run on this, otherwise you're going to be left in overtime. Nick takes out one, takes out two. Suddenly, they're up on numbers. Convergent pass coming out here. Lumi ready to take a little bit more. Saturate coming out. Oh my goodness, it's just concussions from concussions. It's amazing. There we go. We have Kaden being taken out, but he does take out one himself. It's Arcto taking out Bao Bei. It's a 2v2. They're defusing. Nick takes out one, and there it is. Noob Esports fight back and take splits 13-11, forcing this series all the way to a deciding map 3 on Sunset. What a response, TXG, from Noob after dropping Lotus 13-5. They came into split with everything on the line, and they delivered when it mattered most. You know, after falling behind a little bit early, they stayed composed. They found their rhythm and slowly chipped away at the Troopers' lead. I mean, just look at the scoreboard here. IXI 24-16 with a 283 ACS. And Nick following very, very close behind with a 23-16 with a 278 ACS. Daisy is just beautifully done.
Yeah, for such a long time, it always just been IXI and Bao Bei that was able to just go in and get the frags that they need, especially for this defensive half. But um in the meantime, and towards that attacking half, it's just Neek that was just able to find like this juicy flanks that's just been, I guess, like really, really nice to see. It's just expert lurking, and towards their side, often like getting troopers down to at least a lot of players down, making it a very hefty fight, often landing on a 2v2 or even on a 1v1 if it gets spicy. Strain on the other side of troopers was just on lock, especially on towards that second half. Unfortunately, not going to be able to capitalize on at least an overtime for the side of troopers. It's not going to be done to the map 3 here and towards Sunset. Keep in mind that whoever wins this matchup in between these two teams automatically goes towards playoffs. They don't have to play the lower bracket. And again, it shows how these teams want it. They want this advantage. This is the group A. This is the group of faith. Troopers are the favorites to win and get out of there. But Noob Esports showing that they're not to be messed with in those rankings, favorites or not. We're going to be heading in towards game number 3 on towards Sunset. How are we feeling here?
I mean, for Troopers, that's a tough one to let slip, right? They had the momentum coming out from map 1 and locked in control very, very early, but Noob Esports, showed incredible resilience and proved that they are not out of this series just yet. So now everything comes down to one final map, as you said. Sunset will be the one that decides who takes the Group A winners match and secures their place at the top here into playoffs. But both teams have shown that they can dominate, and both teams have shown that they can fight back. So now it comes down to who can handle the pressure when it matters most. But don't go anywhere, because we are heading into a decider right after a short break. So refill that drink, get some more snacks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the TXG Invitationals. We are heading into the final map of this Group A winners match between Troopers and Noob Esports. I'm Boyd, still joined by Diggsy, and we are tied up 1-1 after an incredible back and forth series so far. We have Troopers. They came out firing on Lotus, taking the opening map in a dominant fashion with the 13-5 victory, but Noob Esports answered right back on Split, showing incredible resilience and fighting their way to a 13-11 win to keep their tournament hopes alive. Diggsy, we've had two completely different maps so far. Troopers looked completely in control in Lotus, but Noob, they were able to reset, adapt, and bring us all the way here to the decider Sunset. So what have you been seeing from these two teams throughout this entire series so far?
I did say that in order for Noob Esports to get a foothold on toward taking map 2, that they have to be assertive. They have to be aggressive into regards to the space taking. Not that aggressive on towards that side, but they did take up a lot of space, which gave them a lot of ground to cover in regards to just finding where the rest of the Troopers squad currently is, especially on the defense. Yes, we did get some shining lights and shining moments in here for the side of Troopers and for both teams as well. But unfortunately, it was not enough to stop the full force of tandem of Bao Bei and Igzy, and Neek was just very solid with those lurks in there as well. We're going to be heading in towards Sunset, and it is going to be one heck of a matchup in here, especially with these agents picks that we're seeing.
Yeah, I'm seeing that Sage there on the side of Nick here, on the side of Noob Esports. Diggsy, how are you feeling about that pick here?
From what I can tell, it's going to have a lot of stalling power going in towards that defensive side, but it just also has to come down on how you would want to pull that off. I can see one way that you can pull it off on towards attack, especially on towards that B side cover. Especially if you want to execute on towards that side, but we're not going to be seeing that until the side switch here. But it's going to be Troopers in the driver's seat in here for this half. We are seeing that Neon Phoenix combo in there as well. Strain is going to be comfortable with that pocket pick and towards that Cypher. At the end of the day, it's going to be one heck of a game of Valorant. We are in the final map. Whoever wins this map is going to be having an extra day to just lay around, scope out the competition, while the other is going to have another gauntlet to go through on towards that lower bracket. I cannot wait. Pistol round is off the charts here. Bao Bei, a lot of space.
Ooh, we're playing around with fire here. Going pretty close. We're tucked into this B main here, but Strain, very aware that there is some presence, some enemy here. Whether or not he's able to land that shot, no, not quite. Bao Bei still holds his ground, and just a bit of a timing there. Strain is going to take him out. Where Wally is timing up the sentry, he's wrapped around. Do they realize? No, they don't. Troopers, look behind you. It's being torn down one after the other. It's a 2v3 here. Wally's taken out as well. It's a 2v2. Even. Go away. Nixie finds himself taken out by Strain and Nick all the way into flank, and that tripwire going to show his presence there as well. Spikes down. Nick, you're gonna have to hurry up. Time is not on your side, my friend. Only a ghost in hand. Strain. Ready. Both teams wrapping each other. Oh my goodness, Nick! Turn around, be a little bit quicker. You're gonna find the two of them! Not looking your way! And Nick is able to clutch it up. Gets that 1v2 and gets the first pistol round. Diggsy, an absolutely amazing opening here for this series point.
Am I seeing split here once again? Because those lurk timings seems to be carrying over till map number 3 here for Nick. And again, Troopers gonna have a little bit of PTSD going on from that second map with how Nick is gonna be playing. But Troopers, rest of the squad, gonna have to be well aware of that kind of play style. They're gonna have to have eyes in the back of their heads. But in the meantime, pistol round gonna be going comfortably to the side of Noob Esports in this side. And again, look at those buys. 2 Bulldogs and a Spectre. Bao Bei currently rocking that Marshall too for that long range.
Yeah,
Might
but
have
that,
proven useful here, especially with
that
this heavy
cyber
attack coming in.
That cyber cage definitely going to make it a little bit harder here. That barrier wall coming out here as
Uh-oh.
well, Nick. Oh my god, no. Diggsy, I'm seeing a little bit of a rat play cooking up. Oh, it looks like, luckily for Troopers, they're deciding to opt out here instead, leaving Stream tucked in, inserted into this B main. But Bao Bei here as well, trying to get this trap online. They're doing a double back here, Diggsy. They're coming back. I don't know if this is the smartest decision. There's a trap cooking up here.
Yeah.
With this Marshall and Nick tucked up behind this barrier. But it's running out, it's breaking. That trap is gonna be absolutely dismantled immediately. They can't make it 2 before falling down. It's a 3v3. Looks like Caden either able to find his way just a little bit quicker. Back up here.
Yeah.
Still.
Solid re-hits coming in for the side of Troopers. Still in that 3v3. Pulse Plant's now going to be activated. That's going to be the paranoia coming in through. Ooh.
Caden sliding right out here. Relay ball not quite hitting him. Right, able to get 2. And there we go. Arcto cleans up the rest. And he also falls victim, unfortunately, to the shock bolt. But easily done there by the side of Troopers. They're able to turn that eco right back around.
It's a good start coming in through. It's going to be a 1-1 for both sides, and now we're going to be heading in towards that bonus. Troopers have a lot of weapons in tow. 3 Vandals for their troubles, a Bulldog and a Spectre just to make something reassuring for the next round coming through, but Bao Bei still taking up a lot of space in the usual default scenario for that side. Gets tagged at 56 HP, but gets out of dodge.
Yeah, a little bit tagged. Gotta play a little bit more. I was gonna say should play a little bit more safe, but Bao Bei very, very happy to extend just a little bit further to clear any angles here. But Stream is gonna be closely here, ready for you. Timings. Stream looks like a little bit of his sixth sense there. Maybe sensing that there is a little bit of danger and opting to join his team instead. Caden. Yeah, definitely some presence sensed there. But he does have Wally by his side here. Paranoia! We have the hot hands coming out here as well. Ixie able to take out Stream. Heals up as well. But what can you really do? We have run it back. 3rd round already coming out here from Illumi, taking out Caden. Can he get another? Yes, he can. He takes out Nick. Wally's so close, but run it back. He's going to run out. Watch out behind you. You need eyes in the back of your head there. As they're just able to tear it apart. Illumi and Arcto are just too good here for the side of Noob Esports to be able to handle. They're going to convert that 3rd round. It's now 2-1 here for the side of Troopers.
Yeah, still have the credits to buy 1 in there for Stream, despite losing their life that previous round. Gonna be able to buy more and then some, possibly for the next round here. But again, shields galore in here for the side of Troopers. Solid execute towards that A side as well. Very, very precise, very decisive too by the looks of things. No hesitation coming in through, just like before. Bao Bei just pushes up and gets out of dodge in there as well. But they now know the presence is very apparent on towards this B side.
Yeah, we have Resurrection online as well from Nick. So they are able to afford, a few risky plays. And they do get a second chance, but whether or not Nick is able to stay alive long enough is the question. And it looks like Octo is very, very close to still be inserted here, but look at where the rest of Troopers are. So all the way to mid. They do have that trap wire available there as well. So Caden does have to be careful. Only a wall separating everyone. Yeah, there we go. That trap wire is going to be eliminated then by that shock bolt. Still very, very slow. Looks like we're opting in for the side of B this time. Bao Bei able to catch Stream off guard. Recon ball revealing his location, but he doesn't give any damn. As Bao Bei able to take out right there as well. But Nez able to get that nice trade. It's 1 for 2. not very
30
worth it,
seconds
I
left.
would say. There is the resurrection still online if he's able to get to that spot. It's looking pretty rough. Arcto here, Nez already inserted onto side. Nick able to hold up his own with Illumi, and Arcto able to find another. It's all left up to Wally now on the side of Noob. It's looking rough here. Arcto, yep, finding out where he is. Paranoia coming out here as well. Both of them are going to be blind. A lot of damage done, but more damage coming out there from Arcto's gun as Wally falls victim to it. It's 3-1. Troopers definitely have not let that previous map affect their mental state at all. They're definitely holding up their own heat, Dixie.
Yeah, Arcto does have overdrive available after that round. In the meantime, Resurrection still available for the side of Noob Esports. Ixie does have Hunter's Fury available in there as well, but again, just time will tell on how they'll be able to play it out. Neural Theft also available for Stream. Granted, if they can get an opening kill, it's going to be huge for this attacking side. But now, Bao Bei rearing their ugly head in towards B side before. But this time, a lot of space going in towards mid, but might be a good spot in there as well. Hayden, it's going to be tucked in behind these boxes. Ooh, Bao Bei getting out of dodge in there after initial contact. Play coming in through. Illumi does find the Neon.
Illumi with these sprays, man, Dixie. And there we go, another spray coming our way as Arcto able to find one onto Ixie there, making it a little bit harder on Newbie. Slowly but surely, Nick is the only one here onto A side, trying to reposition here. Barry Old has been destroyed as well. Nothing left. Separating the two. We're running with our tail between our legs. Bao Bei trying to help, but it's not enough. He misses his shots as Nick and Bao Bei fall to the hands of Troopers. It's all left to Wally once again, but they're just rushing him down, and he's taken out by Illumi. Once again, Troopers extend their lead 4-1. It's just easily done, a flawless coming from the side of Troopers here, Dixie.
Oh, that's going to be one very decisive round in there for Troopers. They know what to do. They know where to fight. They know where to look. They even know where to spray. Noob Esports, it's going to be down to how you want to play it out. They are one each away for both Tour de Force and Overdrive. And even from the shadows in there as well, if they're feeling spicy, but it is going to be definitely an orb play coming in through. Paranoia going to be hitting Wally instead.
Oh, nicely done though. We have the Hunter's Fury coming out here as well. Not quite able to land any shots, but Caden is able to as he takes out both Stray and Rai. And Troopers find themselves on the back foot here. Two players now offline. Nick as well, that Resurrection not quite being able to be put to good use. Oh, we have Run It Back coming out here from Illumi. Ixie trying to gain a little bit more space. Nez falls to Wally. It's 2v4. That Run It Back not quite being able to pull out any value there. Only some info. Gained a little bit of space, but no frags available. Look at where Caden is, wrapping around behind here, trying to get a little bit more space, trapping Trooper into this side. And it looks like they might be aware of it as well. We're fighting into that. Oh my goodness, Ixie is too good here, too fast for me to even catch on my words with. But they were, honestly, it looked like Troopers did have a little bit of panic there in that last spin, and Troopers have done very, very well with keeping their mental pretty calm and composed, but that definitely didn't show in the last few seconds.
Yeah, again, they just know where to just give a look, and as soon as Caden was able to just like deduce on where everything is, as soon as that spike just went down from the hands of Nez, it was just full force in there. They kind of just know where they are. It's just a hunt from there on. Good call from the side of Noob Esports. We'll have to see if this carries over. They do manage to take down the 4-round win streak of Troopers here, but job's not done yet. We are halfway through the first half, and we do have 4 ultimates available for the side of Noob Esports in there as well. Overdrive and From the Shadows available for the side of Troopers, should they would want to use it. But right now, with 1 minute remaining on the clock, a lot of stack coming in through for this B site could get dicey.
Yeah, the interesting thing here is Diggsy. Whoa, I was gonna
Boy.
say the ultimates aren't quite coming to fruition there, but Balbay making me eat my words. Does take us straight with that tour de force, and Ixie does get traded out there. Kaden with another. It's looking difficult. It's looking like a massacre here. Kaden getting another overdrive online. This could be dangerous here for Troopers. He's coming out. He's electrifying. He's shut down by Rai. It's a 2v2 here. Resurrection coming out here. Bringing Ixie back from the dead, from the shadows as well. We have all the ult here committed. Ixie is taken out there. But from the shadows, allowing Rai to reposition, get this plant back online on the side of A site. But Nick is ready. He knows that Nez is still nearby. So split apart, both teams. Turn around, Nez! He takes out Nick! Just enough time. Eyes on the back of his head. Balbay here, hit by the Hunter's Fury online. He's tracked, but not tracked fast enough. Balbay does take out Rai, and Nez is too far. And there it is. Noob Esports able to get a nice clutch online. And oh my god, at the very last second, the shock ball taking him out. What is going on? We had all of the ults that are online. We had 3 coming from the side of Noob Esports, and I believe 2 coming from the side of Troopers. 5 ults committed into 1 round, Dixie.
Unfortunately, still not going to be stopping the defuse with that. I think that just the difference between that Hunter's Fury damage and that broken swing was just literally a lineup. If there was one for that defuse, it would have been fruitful for the side of Troopers, but alas, we're back to Balbay, taking up a lot of space, but this time able to extend it towards the main sides. Now that is the go button for the rest of the squad of Noob Esports to just hunt on where they could be. Most likely it's going to be A side with that broken wall.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, with that slow wall, not quite able to buy enough time, but it looks like his presence alone is enough as Troopers do opt in for a little bit more of an elbow here. They do have tiles all up on their side, but look at where Rai is here, Diggsy. He's tucked in that hidden spot. I'm not sure if he's able to be caught out there.
Balbay in a really good spot in there too. If by the looks of things, drone's gonna be coming in, and that's the location gonna be revealed. It's gonna be a swing. Gets out of dodge.
And there's that electric slide definitely coming out to help here for the side of Arcto. Strain immediately shut down there by Nick. Sentinel v Sentinel, and Sage comes out on top from the shadows coming out here as well. A little bit of information done by Wally. He knows where they are. Rai gonna take him out though. It's not looking too good even though they do baseball. Bow. Able to get him on onto Nez. It's just slow and steady. Arcto able to get a little bit of damage done by Kaden here. Not happy. He's wanting to fight back. Nick is taken out. Kaden is 2 and Ixie able to hold up his own, taking out Illumi. It's a 1v2 here in a clutch situation. He knows someone is behind him, Rai. He knows time of the essence. And there we go. Ixie is taken out there by Octo. It's 2 nicely done. Troopers still able to hold up their own. No matter what. It's a 5-3 now, Diggsy. It's still just like the map before. Could still go either way.
Yeah, again, never counted out for both of these teams, but keeping in the stack is both of them. Still keeping it close in terms of those score lines. In the meantime, Illumi and Arcto currently running 11 apiece at the moment. Both ults available for these respective duelists. It is going to be a full force mode now that we're in later into the round. It's going to be easy reads for the side of Noob Esports and what their plan is going to be, especially if they are looking at those ultimates and their tendencies as well and how they want to play it out. It always starts a bit slow, but we always see Balbay taking up a lot of space and being very aggressive with it, as you see now. Strain it's going to be the first casualty here. In the meantime, Neek. It's going to be
close.
a very interesting spot.
Oh no, he's trapped. He's trapped here, Dixie. He needs to fight. But unfortunately, that fight wasn't strong enough as Rai does take him out. And it's 2 players down on the side of Noob. Troopers only down 1. So they're up in numbers though. Dixie is very close to this Hunter's Fury, but on the other side, I was just about to say, 2 ults online, overdrive coming out here from Arto. Whoa, what trigger fingering here with this overdrive, trying to get a little bit more space, trying to intimidate the enemy, and it looks like it's definitely worked here. As Noob, very happy to give up this side just for now, opting in for a retake instead. Oh, Hot Hands coming out here as well. He's shut down by the right click coming out there from Kaden. Hot Hands does take out Wally though. Slow and steady wins the race.
Ooh.
There we go, Kaden taking out Nez. But Arto, if we get that nice trade, it's a 1v2. He's done his job. He's made Ixie's life just a little bit easier. But watch out behind you. Oh my goodness. He's picking up the Vandal. 4 bullets left in the barrel. It's Arto. He ready. Oh my goodness, timing on the essence! What is going on? Arto able to take out Nixie in the last few seconds. And there we go, setting that lead once more. It's 6-3. It's looking really, really rough here for the side of Newbie Sports.
Oh, again, you think that was going to be going down south, but Ixie just had to stick it. Was not able to, knowing the threat of the pinches coming in. Troopers, definitely being troopers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, aim's still there and is still gonna be available for the Phoenix. Is going to be the running back. Pushing in, coming in.
There from that owl drone. Nick, position compromised. Wall is going to be broken there as well. So not much of a defense coming there. But it looks like Troop is here. Just wanting to show some presence. In the end, they might not even end up committing onto this B site. I mean, they are definitely wanting to take a little bit more control into mid here. But Kaden gonna close that door. So very slow here, Diggsy. What do you think they're cooking up here?
Again, it's always the slow push into at least one side. Try to catch someone out towards that defense. Running back is not going to be able to save him.
Still so slow, but it's okay. That running back might not be able to save him, but Rai is as he takes out those trades. It's a 3v2. It's Ixie still left remaining here to defend this site. And look at where the spike is. There we go, from the shadows, being able to retrieve it though. But Ixie definitely gonna hear this presence down into onto B, sorry, in strain though. Yeah, that information not gonna do Ixie any good if his life is taken away. Wally going to get a nice shot onto Rai there. Shrouded Step coming online, and that operator in Balbei's hands is just too strong, taking out Strain. Noob keeping their foot in the playing field here. It's 4-6. That leads still very much in reaching position here. But any further, they might not be able to take it back.
It's always a tricky one on towards Sunset on how you want to play it on towards that defensive side, right? You get to be going in slow, just slowly creeping up like any space that you can. But again, very hesitant plays there for the side of Troopers. Yes, they have a lot of arsenals. They have a lot of firepower coming in through with these ultimates, but nothing coming to fruition on that end. And it is showing for this attacking side. Meanwhile, on that defense, they still manage to just at least poke and prod and get a lot of space coming in through. Balbei is no longer pushing it towards that defaulted side, but again, Neek.
Oh my goodness.
Currently just really ballsy with it. Just already ready for an Omen to just shadow step on towards that box and just face it.
Oh no. But there we go. He doesn't care. Even if he's a one-man army, he's more than happy to just swing into this firing squad here. There is Kaden here, ready to save the day. Unfortunately, his day is going to be ended. Both Nick and Wally fall victim as well. Wally is able to get one before falling short. Ixie, let's fall to his arms too. Valor with the operator, we've seen it before. He's an absolute menace. It's the reason why he's on chamber, but watch out behind you. That relay bolt there. Not looking too good there. What? Once again, Troopers extend their lead once again. It's 7-4. Last round before the sloppy Diggsy. I mean, a 7-5 half isn't too hard to come back from, but it is going to be a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Especially last round and a half now, it's just currently very tricky buys, left, right, and center, just a Vandal and a Phantom, and the rest is just Bucky Central with Stingers, and it's going to be full force coming in through for Troopers.
That Hunter's Fury taking out Baobei. Hands from Nez. It's looking pretty rough. We have that neural theft coming out here as well from Stray. Wally is going to get taken out there. Ixie sliding from Arcto. They're going to be taken out there as well. Caden falls short. Nick able to find one of his own. Gets that healing orb online, but look out behind you, a stream wrapping around. And there we go. I was going to say a 7-5 half is going to be rough, but an 8-4 is going to be even harder here, Diggsy. We're switching sides here, so still different game, but bit of a deficit here for Noob Esports to come back from.
It's just, for both of these teams, it seems to me that the amount of I guess these teams are not known to just be aggressive. They shift walk, they crab walk in every space that they can have, and by the time that they get enough to a comfortable space, and that's when they try to explode. But again, it's just down to the defense and how you want to play it. If you get aggressive and get more space, then you'll be able to find some more information sooner than you can. But that's how I would at least assess on how Noob Esports played it. But it is now Troopers' time, and towards the defensive side, it is going to be tricky. It's facing the music in here.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a bloodbath here. Strain does take out Ixie, but that barrier orb once again earning a little bit more time for Noob. Get a little bit more space. Looks like Troopers very happy to rotate over to this A side instead. Maybe they're gambling wrong here. I mean, they do know there is some presence into mid because that trap wire was broken, but it's just Baobei, so committing 3 plays into it, I'm not sure if it's a good idea. They do take Baobei out, but not before he takes out one of his own, as Rai is going to be removed from the server after 4v3. Still rough. Arcto there taking a little bit of damage from the hands of Nick. Nick, we're playing very aggressive, inserting into CT here, taking out Stream. There's another to watch out for though. Oh my goodness, it's a bloodbath from Troopers, just able to dismantle this extension from Noob Esports, maybe biting off a little more than they could chew here. Definitely, they're clearly very, very happy with their performance there. Troopers extending their lead to 9. It's 9-4 here, Dixie.
It didn't even look like a Troopers flood. It feels like Noob Esports just wanted to take up a lot of space in what they can. They had to fight something, and fight something they did. Unfortunately, it was just going in towards the crosshairs of Troopers, who was already primed and ready to shoot anything that they can see in towards that enemy side. So, again, anti-eco time for the side of Troopers. Again, it's gonna be interesting with that Bucky for Caden over there on towards that attacking side. So I wonder how that's going to be like after taking down the trip from the trap wire of Strain and down towards this B side. Camera taken down. So that's going to be a lot of info coming in through. We'll have to see if Troopers take up a lot of space or just wait and react for this rotate.
Oof, yeah, that trap wire definitely going to give them a hard time here for the side of Troopers. But unfortunately, their Noob isn't quite able isn't quite able to be caught out there, trapped in that poor wall, as Kaden gonna be taken out. Oh, there we go, another Nick taking out one before getting traded out there. Rai does take out Baobei, takes out another, gets 4! He takes out Wally too! It's beautifully done. They're making it look easy, Diggsy. It's just perfect. They've reached double digits now, not too far along before we reach map and series point.
You gotta love Rai for just like, okay, you can trap your teammate there. I'll just shoot them while they stand. And again, they have nowhere to go. There's nowhere to dodge. Just a face full of lead, or just a lead at the back of pretty
Balbe.
much of Caden there after the plant, so they didn't even get the chance to do that, and now it's just 3 rounds away for Troopers to take away the series and this map.
I bet you they're not happy with that wall from Nick. Not happy at all. Wall Caden probably screaming there in that BC.
Let me out!
Let me out, help! But unfortunately, no help came there. That Ultron from Nez definitely gonna catch a lot of noob here, lurking into mid. But still, they don't know where Wally and Balbe is. I mean, they're both instead on opposite sides of the map here. Barrier Orb all the way into a link there, cutting them off from mid top. And that is going to be pinged on the map there as well. So Nez is going to allow his team to know that there is some presence shown, and it's likely going to end on this B site here. They're entering in. It's going to be Caden out here with that flank, but it's going to be shut down. But unfortunately there, Nick is here to save the day. And Rai Stream and Nez going to be taken out. With Balbe taking out Illumi as well. It's all left up to Arcto here. And this dark cover falling just in time for Wally to take him out. Noob still kicking, still very much alive. As they slowly close this deficit, it's a 10-5. But doubling Noob's rounds here is gonna make it a little bit harder for Noob to keep this mental up, keep their heads high to come back.
Yeah, at least the economy of Troopers is going to be down the drain if they lose this round. This is the round that they cannot afford to give to Noob Esports. Stream already just struggling to just get a lineup going and just in case for that setup. But in the end, B-side is already fully anchored by Stream in there. Double in there for Illumi, but not going to be able to find the shot there for Bao Bei. But still, that's going to be Rai inserted in that spot comfortably.
Yeah, look at where they all are. I mean, they're pretty split up in terms of their positioning here from Troopers. He does find one though, Rai landing one onto Balbe. Slowly but surely, Arcto, you're going to run into a very, very big amount of players and you're going to be shut down there by Caden. Nez here though, very quick on the rotation. Already out. Slow Orb though. Going to earn a little bit more space. Not much space, and there they do get that plant down.
Spike planted.
Barrier Orb is broken, so that wall is no longer protecting Noob Esports. Oh, they got that gap onto that wall there. Intentional or not, it's definitely helping Nick there. Stream coming out here, Paranoia is very, very much blinded. Caden, you're biting off more than you can chew. Stream takes him out, it's Ixie. Ixie's taking out two, is Nick able to get one? It's a 2v2, Neural Theft coming out here. Position compromised. Wally takes out Rai. It's a 1v2, time is ticking, and Nick is able to land this shot on to Stream. Doesn't matter if their positions are revealed there, Dixie. They're just able to keep their composure and land those crucial shots. It's 6-10. They're slowly but surely coming back.
Yeah, Noob Esports already a 2-round win streak on their own with the economy of Troopers shot down. Nothing but sheriffs at this point forward for them. We'll have to see if everything comes to fruition for them. But Noob Esports, momentum is yours. What are you going to be doing with it? By the looks of things, it is going to be Bao Bei taking up space one more time and towards the extremities.
Arthur, oh, landing a nasty shot with that sheriff, and slowly but surely they're gonna realize that no one else is there, so it's gonna be a free gun there for them, Diggsy, if they decide to take it.
Yeah, now it's going to be Stream. Anchor is going to be challenged and towards this B side, however. That's going to be the trap wire coming in through. That is Stream. Just
caught out by Nick. Nick gets to Rai. Let's get a nice trade going on. We're making it even 3-3 for a Sage. This is a very, very aggressive one. We do have Resurrection online there as well. Ixie caught out with another nasty shot. But Nick lands another one. Lands two. Not quite the ace he was looking for. Is Lumi able to hold up his own? It's a 1v1 here. It's dangerous. Both players have guns online. This is crucial for Troopers. They need to get this because creds are looking grim. Lumi Time is running out here, my friend. You have so much utility online. Why not use it? Wally takes him out and extends their lead. Again, it's 7-10. It's not looking too good here, Diggsy, for the side of Troops. I mean, that momentum going to be firmly on the side of Noob Esports now.
Yeah. Economy's back, at least for Troopers, but it is still one that they cannot lose. It's going to be delivered to a 2 loss in a row here if nothing comes to fruition for the side of Troopers in there. Ooh, Arcto going to be given an operator, getting a good chance to get some shots in and slide out, and that is going to be the case indeed with Bao Bei down for the count.
What a hit and run there from poor Bao Bei. Be taken out by Arcto. 4v5. Still could go anyone's way. Illumi might get scouted out by this Aldrin, but with enough time, yep, gonna be broken there by Nez, so only one player is revealed. They're likely gonna know that there is a cross angle being held here, so the hesitation is pretty reasonable here, coming from the side of Noob Esports. That barrier orb coming out here for this resurrection to come online. Oh my goodness, we have that fast lane coming out here as well for double protection. And that resurrection going to come off without a hitch. It's now 5v5. So both teams have all the utility in the world online here left remaining. From the shadows coming out here, getting a little bit of information. Hello, we've stuck it though! Illumi pretended not to see! Amazing mind games out here. Arthur getting a nice off shot into Bao Bei there as well. Suddenly this resurrection didn't look like it made too much of a difference. Arthur getting another right. Another 2. It's all left up to Caden here. The 1v3, even unfortunately there. Troopers know better. Their mind games are just a little bit more sharp. And they finally put an end to this 3-round momentum swing coming out here from Noob Esports. They've reached 11-7.
With Arcto getting a lot of vision and towards mid-site in there as well, Strain has their setup still being perfectly untouched there towards B side. It was just process of elimination in there. They know that there's going to be a lot of bodies parked up towards A side, so it was just going to be down to how the executes comes through. Unfortunately, Wally was not able to capitalize on that from the shadows. Just very risky on towards that positioning and placement. Troopers in there for the punish, and defense shining it through for Troopers one more time, with them just leaving 2 rounds remaining to take away the series and a potential spot for the playoffs. But
overdrive here. Illumi is going to hear that though, so they aren't going to know where this overdrive here is, and it looks like Trooper is very happy to hide away from him, catching him off guard. Kaden is shut down. Nez, right, able to just defend this site. Look at where the spike is here, Diggsy. It's inserted into their spawn, their territory. It's all left up to Bao Bei. Wally isn't able to help you here anymore. Bao Bei does get one, but there we go. TV right into Arcto's sideline. Shut down. It's match point, a series point here for the side of Troopers. Noob Esports have everything here on the line. They need to refine things up a little bit more, keep their composure, keep their heads high to be able to even come back from this.
God. Well, just a quick recap on what they have on their armory. Just full rifle rounds now for remaining for Noob Esports, but the one thing that they have on edge is the operator from Rai. They do have access to ultimates in there as well. Arcto coming in through that shock bolt, coming in, sliding in, and not going to be finding anyone just yet, but that's a lot of space.
Absolutely space. A lot for the side of Troops here. But it looks like they're still pretty happy to stay in their own positions here. They're very much hesitant in where they do want to commit to. They do know the operator is in the hands of Troopers. So whether or not they want to peek into this long sideline is a question. They do have the Al drone to displace this sideline. Nick going to show a little bit of himself. Rai repositioning with that shrouded step. Still very slow here, Diggsy. You can smell the hesitation. You can feel the pressure cooking up here. It's like you can slice through it.
Yeah.
They found
Look
my
at how
wire.
scattered the attack currently is it now.
Oh.
But even if they decide to actually just pull through, like the defense side is just stacking towards B. The call is
30
going to be
seconds
having to
left.
push mid here and possibly go towards A side, but it's going to be a possible tricky pinch in here. It's going to be down to Illumi and how you want to play it out. Arcto finds one on towards Bao Bay, so that's going to be a reveal on where the stack is.
My goodness! Illumi! Somehow holding his own. He does take out Kaden on the other side. Shay was taking out 2. Time is ticking. 9 seconds remaining. Spike is down. And there it is! That is it! Illumi able to get a 3K to close it out. Troopers are moving on. They have done it. Troopers take down Noob Esports there. 13-7 on Sunset, closing out a phenomenal 3-map battle and claiming the Group A winners match victory. Just look at the scoreboard here. Rai scooping it in. That match MVP from Arcto. 23-10 with a 319 ACS. And Arcto there with a 295 with a 24-11 KDA. It's just perfectly done here, Dixie.
Yeah, and the way that Illumi managed to close out the round and get enough assists in there, that's a lot of cast coming in through for that Phoenix in there as well. So I got my eyes on Illumi to be able to pick up, like, I guess the series MVP, if I say so myself. But Rai, what a show, what a performance that they pulled off here in this Omen. And again, it's just, I guess they gotta change that logo that they have, because they're definitely aiming not like a stormtrooper, aka from Star Wars. But again, it's just massive congratulations there for Troopers being able to just solidify themselves a playoff spot and being able to scope out who is going to be their competition.
Absolutely.
It is fortunately, at least for Noob Esports, they still have a chance to secure a spot in the playoffs. It is only going to be 4 teams in there, but they're going to have to face one more team in towards that lower bracket. And again, if you have a look at who's currently in Group B, it is called the Group of Death for some reason.
Yeah, it's looking rough there. But after dominating Lotus, I mean, getting pushed to their limits on split and then walking into a pressure cooker that was the decider, Troopers show exactly why they are one of the teams to watch out in this tournament. There's a reason why they're one of the favorites, but when the lights were brightest, when every round mattered, and the entire series are hanging in the balance, Troopers delivered. But let's not take anything away from Noob Esports. They were tested early. They pushed to the very, very edge, and they answered back. So, after a tough first map, they found their footing. They stole that momentum on split and forced us all the way to a final map showdown. And that is the fight and resilience that you want to see from a team in a tournament like this. And Diggsy, what a series that we've witnessed. I mean, 3 maps, huge momentum swings, and both teams just showing incredible determination. What was the biggest difference maker that you think that allowed Troopers to sort of close this one out?
Yeah, I guess Troopers just they were just a better team in general. Lotus was definitely one heck of a way to make a statement towards New Esports, and come to split on towards that second map, they were able to just take back and charge, but unfortunately the aggression was just not there for me, and it also reared its ugly head and bleed in towards Sunset as well, especially if you're going to be running a team comp that has Neon on it. The amount of aggression and the amount of space taking that Noob Esports shown was kind of just not there in regards to, compared to at least how Troopers played it all out. Even on defense, they just have so much aggression that they would want to pull through. They were not afraid to at least take space, to at least knowledge check Noob Esports on how they would want to play Sunset, and that is ultimately what took them over the edge and get that playoff spot.
No, absolutely a phenomenal series from both sides, but tonight belongs to Troopers. They hold their nerve, they execute when it mattered, and they punch their ticket forward. But the action here at TXG Invitationals is far from over. We are stepping away for a longer break, but when we come back, it is lower bracket time. And this one, there is no tomorrow. It's going to be Rampage versus Big T and Kittens, a knockout match. So a fight for survival, and one team keeps their tournament dreams alive and the other team packs their bags. So no second chances, no room for error. And every round, every clutch, every decision could be the difference between continuing the run or watching it come to an end. So the pressure is at its peak, TXG. The stakes are as high as they get. So stay locked in, guys, because when we return, someone's tournament journey ends there. So we'll be right back after a little bit of a longer break, but stay tuned.